Hi everyone, Miss Lamb here. Today we're going to be going over some maintenance things for your flute. We're going to start with swabbing our flute. When we play and we put a lot of hot air through this instrument, then it condenses and it turns into moisture that we want to get rid of because it can do damage to these pads that are underneath the keys. So the first thing we're going to do is take a cloth. This happens to be like a 50-cent handkerchief. It can be an old bed sheet cut up. It can be an old t-shirt, just anything soft. You want it approximately this size right here. I don't know how well you can see that, but big enough so that it can wrap around the entirety of this rod right here. This can be found in your flute case. Sometimes it's kind of like sunken into it, and a lot of times they're black, so they kind of blend into the case, but it is there if you rented from a rental company. So we're gonna take the end that's open and thread through your cloth, the corner of it, until you get approximately this amount. And then you're gonna fold that corner over, kind of preventing the top from like scraping the inside of your flute, and then just gently wrap around the rest of it so it looks like this. We are going to take apart our flute, and then as we take it apart, we're gonna swab it out. So the first piece we're gonna swab is our head joint, and we're gonna put it in the end that is open, that goes into the body, and that one's all done. We can put it back in the case. The next one we're going to do is our foot joint. This one is small enough where it can go all the way through. So we'll put it in this side, and that one's good. And then the last one, the body, is a little bit too long to do all in one straight shot. So we're gonna do one side first, going about halfway through, and then we're gonna put it in the other side, going about halfway through, and that can go back in the case as well. And that is how you swap your flute. This rod also has another purpose. So you're gonna take out this cloth. This can just get tied to the handle of your case. And the other side of this, it's really hard to see, and I'll show you in lesson so it's a little easier, but it does have this kind of like ribbon that's going around here. This is marked exactly where the center of this tone hole should be. So when you put this in, this dash right here should be exactly centered in your flute. Sometimes it's not, and that makes your flute difficult to play. Sometimes the cork that's connected to this crown that's in here, this is why we don't touch and move and twist the crown a lot, sometimes that gets out of placement, and then you'll see when you put this in, like this particular one is out of placement, this is why I'm using this one, you'll see hopefully how far off it is. I'm not sure how well it'll come through here, but it should be directly center. So if your flute is having a really hard time slotting certain pitches, it could be just that this cork is out of alignment. So this is a quick and easy way to check. And I can also check this at school for you if you want to make sure you're doing it correctly. So when I put this in, I don't know if you can tell, but that dash is definitely way off to the side, which means that this needs to go in for repair and the cork needs to be moved. But again, I'll show you in lessons because it's a little bit hard to see where this is, but it should be directly center. So I'll move it now to center, and that's, I don't know how well you can see this, but that's what it's supposed to look like. So this is just a quick, easy way to check and make sure that your flute is in alignment. All right, I'll see you in lessons. Bye.